Hello there, welcome to my channel, Maze's Life, where I'm terrible at managing my money, but I'm trying to get better. So with today's video, I wanted to go over my June 2025 monthly debt confessions. I keep saying that. My monthly debt confessions. So let's get started. All right, so here you will see here, this is my overall debt picture. It's showing you the beginning balance since September 2023 of $71,725.67. I have had more debt than this, but this is where I'm going to start off for this current debt payoff journey. I've started debt payoff journeys in the past where I had like up to $80,000 of debt, but I was never consistent. I was never able to follow through. And yeah, but now I am nearing 2 years of mostly positive progress. So it has been working out this time. Okay, so on the left-hand side, I have the names of all my debts listed out, categorized on my credit cards, and then categorized by my loans. They were originally listed from smallest to largest, and the smallest to largest per the snowball method, but I do not work the snowball method. I do not work the avalanche method. I don't really work any method. I do use the velocity budget, but I don't have a particular payment plan. I have followed lots of different financial advice from different finance gurus like Dave Ramsey and the financial diet that you can find on YouTube. I really liked them. And then when I graduated college with almost zero debt except for the student loan. And I kind of noticed that they were always like talking badly about people who were debt-free and who could pay off their debt. It's not that they were saying like they were terrible people. It was always something along the lines of, oh, like, they only paid off their debt because they're privileged. Like, some of us could never do it. We, people who can pay off our debt, we need to, X, Y, and Z for the people who can't pay off their debt. And it was kind of discouraging in a way. When I was paying off debt and I had a lot of debt, it was reaffirming to know that I wasn't the only one, to know that, not everyone can just be born rich and stay rich, sort of, kind of. But then it's like, once I worked my ass off for years and I was nearing the finish line, and then all of a sudden that hate was then viewed towards me, I didn't like it. And I can also hear when people say that about Dave Ramsey, when it's the other way around and he's talking badly about the people who are in debt. So I don't follow any specific plan. I am not on this channel to give advice either. I am just here to show you my journey and what works for me, what doesn't work for me. If you have advice for me, I would greatly appreciate it. But I'm not going to just follow one plan, and I'm also just not going to follow one person either, if that makes sense. All right, so let's start with my Chase Freedom card. This card originally had a $0 balance when I started. It now has a $2,368.60 balance. It went down $3,371.69. You will see why in a bit. Then I have my California Coast Credit Union. This went down. The monthly minimum payment minus what went to interest, so it went down $16.92. These 2 cards, they're still closed. They're not going to ever be reopened because they've been closed for so long, but I just keep them here to track my progress. All right, then my City Diamond card. As I said in the last video, this needs to be paid off by October 3rd, 2025, I believe. But my goal is to pay it off sometime in September. So I took this balance down $500. And then, as I said in my last video, this card needs to be paid off by November 6th, 2025. So my goal is to pay this off in September, by September 6th as well. Sorry, no, pay this off in October. This one's September, this one's October. And so since this one has a much higher balance, I'm focusing on this one a lot more because I can pay off $1,000 in a month. I'll put it on a different credit card, but I can pay it off. $4,000, I do not have that kind of money. So this one I'm trying to get as low as possible before that November deadline. So pay it off by October. All right, then I have my USAA rate card. So this card went up $909.12. I have just been using this card to try and pay off my Bank of America Platinum card. So putting all my daily expenses on here and not paying that off instead of paying this card off or paying myself back with my daily expenses purchase. I'm instead just putting it towards this Bank of America Platinum card. That is the purpose of the velocity method. I might be doing it wrong, but I know that that has something to do with the velocity method. All right, then I have my Chase Sapphire card, still closed. I might remove it, but it's there for now. Then I have my Wells Fargo card. It went down the minimum monthly payment of $45. And then my Citi Double Cash credit card went down the minimum monthly payment of $41. Now, to explain what happened to my Chase Freedom card, I have been trying to open up credit cards for a while now. I don't get approved because I open up a couple and then my credit score tanks. So then I can't always just like this card right here, my Bank of America Platinum card, they let me put more money back onto this. And then my Citi Diamond card, they also let me put more money back onto this. But my USAA rate card, they haven't. My Chase Freedom, they did as well, but prior to the this debt payoff method. And so they won't let me do it again. I've been calling, I've been asking every couple of months, but they haven't let me try to do a balance transfer promotion on this card. So now I just have to resort to opening new credit cards, which tanks my credit score. Enough months have gone past since I last opened up this last credit card that I was able to open up a new credit card, and that is why this Chase Freedom now has this balance. It's because of this Discover credit card, which is this Chase Freedom new balance plus the fee, the 3% fee, and something else. So I now have a new card. My credit score is tanked again. I know you shouldn't be opening new cards, but this card I pay 3% interest at the start, and it's going to save me the monthly interest that I was paying on here. It had a 29%, it's like a 26% interest rate, 29.99% APR, something like that. I don't know the difference. But the balance was so high that at the start of this, I calculated it, and 70% of my minimum payment went to the interest. So it was the other way around. Instead of 30% interest rate, 30% going to interest, no. So 30% interest rate, 70% was going to interest because of the balance. So instead of all that, now I have this Discover card, so 3% interest that I pay up front, and I'm much happier about it. No complaints. Happy that I was able to do it. My goal is to be able to open up hopefully 2 more cards by the end of this year. And if I open up those 2 more cards, then that should be enough to pay off all my debt. So I have what's ever left on my Chase Freedom, and then my USAA rate. Hopefully, because I can only get like approved for $3,500 at a time. So hopefully I can get 2 cards that can pay off these 2 balances here. Roughly, it's over 7,000, but hopefully these 2 will go down to 7,000 by that time. The rest of these, this one's only 10% interest rate, but then the rest of these are 0% balance transfer. So I can open up 2 more credit cards by the end of this year. I'll be set. I know it's a terrible way to think things, but I make do with what I have to make do. Okay, let's move down. So my credit cards. Month to month, even with that new card and the interest being paid up front, I still went down $565.49 on my balance. I'm going to go ahead and kind of speed through here. So my Vivint loan went down the monthly minimum of $37.16. My student loans went down the monthly minimum minus what went to interest, so that's $87.65. That it went down. My auto loan went down $262.74. That's the monthly minimum payment minus what goes to interest. And then my personal loan went down $495.52 out of the $553.88 monthly minimum payment that I made. The rest went to interest. All right, and so then month to month, my overall loans have gone down $883.07, which it goes down pretty much every month. But you know, what I get though is that it goes up a little bit more than this just every month because of the less interest that I pay when the balances go down. Or sorry, the principal, the balances go down. So overall, you can see my total debt has gone down $1,448.56, which is great, absolutely amazing progress considering the new card that I had to open up this month. Also considering that, this is, not as great as the past 2 months, but any progress is better. I've had months where my total debt went up. I've had months where my total debt only went down like $6. So this is absolutely amazing. Starting to get burnt out with work. As I mentioned in my last video, I've now started going back to school. So that's also why my debts aren't going down as much anymore, is because I'm not going to open up student loans. I'm going to pay for my schooling cash, but it just means that, that's less that'll go towards my debt, but it'll help in the long run with my promotion. All right, so now that we're done looking at my debt picture, we're going to look at my debt trackers. So this tracks my yearly progress compared to my debt picture, which really tracks it month by month. So I started off in September 2023 with $71,725.67 of debt. And let's see how many boxes I can color off. So it is now May. So let's see my cheat sheet. I can color off 2 boxes for June. June 25. Perfect. Yes. Yay. So that's 2 boxes. Like I said, not as great as May, and it's also not as good as April, but it's more than enough. That's how I'm going to look at it. So now with my credit cards, I'm not always able to color in a box every single month. As you can clearly see, I have been struggling, but I should be able to color in some boxes this month. So let's see, we start off with $30,626.05 of credit card debt. My new monthly balance for my credit cards is $25,122.71. Divide that by each box, which is $307. It's 17 boxes after blue's green. Ooh, almost 18 boxes. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, only one box. But we're so close, 17.9%. So, or 17.9 boxes. So close to getting that 18 box colored in. Hopefully we can do that next month. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep. All right, so that's gonna be next month's goal. I'm excited for it. June 2025. All right. Progress over perfection. And now we have my loans. My loans are always my saving grace. I can color off something every single month. As you can see, I have since September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, and now for June, 0.53 divided by how many boxes? 411. It's 45 boxes. After blue, it's green. 45. Let's see. 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45. 2 boxes. 2 boxes. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, this highlighter's almost running out. Let's see here. June 25. All right. Hopefully my head wasn't in the frame. But yeah. So that is it. That is my breakdown of my $47,472.24 of debt. Thank you for following along. If you stayed to the end of the video, I'd love to have you join this journey with me. So hit subscribe, click the like, and leave a comment down below if you would like. My next video will be out tomorrow. And if you have any advice for me, please leave it down below, as I would greatly appreciate it. But other than that, thank you. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next video. Take care. Bye-bye.